Stream7 is a event broadcasting company. So we travel around the UK and somewhat around the world, filming events. And then what we do is we create what we call online broadcasts from those events. So basically, people can tune in on the internet and watch them live, or they can watch them on demand afterwards on our event platform. So we cover a huge range. Yeah, we cover a huge range of events, from conferences to sporting to some medical events and all kinds of things. So we started in 2013 and been building the business since then. We've been making recent investments in new equipment, new technology, and just trying to keep ahead of the game, really. Yeah, there is. I think at the moment, streaming is really becoming a thing at the moment. There's a lot of people streaming, from the big broadcasters doing the Super Bowl and that kind of thing, all the way to people broadcasting just on Facebook Live themselves with their phones and that kind of thing. So streaming is very much a buzzword at the moment. So it's becoming something that we find clients are asking for more and more. Really, I think obviously because we are, our market and our customers are online, we stream to our customers, it's very much a digital marketplace. And I think there's so many distractions nowadays. There's so many people doing so much stuff online. There's different, social media, that kind of thing. We do marketing ourselves a little bit through our website, but obviously, a platform like yourselves, that's where, all the people who are looking for the items to build an event and that kind of thing, are all hitting that one place. And I think that's where our digital strategy's got to be. We do some social media, but it's about getting involved, in a central marketplace, really. And we find that quite a lot.
You see how digital transformation has affected both how you do business and the people who you're filming?
I think the digital transformations, it's just incredible how it's all taken off recently. As I say, for our clients, more and more people are realizing that they can hit such a huge market by being online and using the digital technology. And that's why we get people approaching us, because obviously gone are the days where you'd have an event and you had 150, 200 people viewing and visiting the physical event. Now you can obviously market to thousands and thousands of people by producing the events and broadcasting them online. So the change in the technology is really amazing, and we find year on year that people are asking for the services more and kind of realizing the importance of being online and producing a digital version of the event.
Okay. And how would you say you playing a role in that, except for webcasting a live event, in any other way that you would say that you're playing a role in that?
I think, as I say, because we are webcasting and because we are showing that online, that we play a part like that. But I think, I just think more and more people are wanting, a turning to digital sources for events, whether integration with stuff like Twitter and your social platforms and all that kind of thing. It really is a huge change, really.
I was actually referring to the fact, some estimates are saying that in 2 years' time, 2019, you're going to look at about 80% of the web's consumption is going to be video. The consumption of content is going to be video. So obviously, you guys do play a big part in the producing of that content there. Is it something that you actually push to your clients and saying, part of your selling points, the fact that it is important to have video content?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of our, as I say, because we, because we create the video content for the clients, we explain to them, obviously, it produces a huge reach for their events. So we get a lot of work for that on-demand viewing, so people can come and watch the events post events at a time that's convenient to them. They can watch it on their phone, they can watch it on the bus on the way home. It just opens that up to the clients so much to have the digital content and the video out there. I think a lot of the time our case studies do form a big part of our marketing and to gain trust. We're lucky to work with some clients who are quite prominent in their industry, in their sectors. And I think obviously being able to use the case studies, being able to use snippets of video and show examples of what we've done for other clients and other events does really help to gain trust. But it is difficult. To a lot of people, what we offer is something that they've never considered before. And I think sometimes it does become a little bit scary for them to take the initial leap, you know, to give basically their trust on us to produce their event broadcast and make it work for them. So I think it's very much quite a bit of, you know, show the case studies, a lot of pre-production, a lot of examples, and, you know, testing before the event to kind of proof of concept, really. Yeah. But it is a tiny struggle because it is quite new. You know, it's not, you know, a lot of event people are used to booking catering, booking venues and all that kind of things. But, you know, it's a little bit new. They understand there's a bit of a need for that, but obviously it takes a little bit of convincing and you know, some, you know, maybe hand holding, shall we say.
On third party verified feedback, you know, you've got TripAdvisor where I can, you know, you can go peruse TripAdvisor and check what previous clients have said about a specific resort. Could be the same with Airbnb, etc. But in this industry, you know, how do you believe that there's a bit of a lack there that with regards to benchmarking?
I do think there is, yes. I think you know, if you work an event planner, you work as an event organizer, I think it is nice to see the feedback from previous customers, you know, to help you in the decision-making progress. Like you say, nowadays you can go on your Airbnb, you can go on your TripAdvisor before you book your hotel, but there doesn't seem to be that much of that available for people who are looking for event suppliers, and I do think that is, you know, it is lacking, definitely. I think it's a really useful feature to have.
Absolutely, and I think it goes hand in hand with the movement away from what companies say about themselves and the fact that consumers want to hear what their peers have got to say about a specific product or service. It's almost become a cliche, but it doesn't mean that it's not true, I suppose. Take on it. What is your opinion as a fairly young business, but obviously looking like you guys are growing quite rapidly? What's your take on how the Eventerprise platform can make a contribution to your business at the stage where you're at right now, and in, let's say, in 4 or 5 years' time?
I think the platform obviously enables us to get our, you know, our services and our name and our brand known to so many event professionals who are obviously in the market for our services. So, you know, they're the people who are planning events, they're looking, you know, for different suppliers. And I think the fact that we can have a listing on there, you know, we can have our galleries on there, we can have our videos on there, it is a very useful resource to have. And I think, you know, as we were saying, the review function on there as well, it just allows, you know, people to almost get a, you know, a sense of what we do and get some feedback, really, you know, from our, you know, our previous clients. I think it's probably a bit of both, to be honest. I think there's a lot of event organisers who still don't realise the you know, the advantage of going digital for their events. I think there's a lot of people who are used to the traditional, you know, you hire a hotel room, you invite X amount of guests, and that's kind of almost where the event stops. And I think we have to do quite a lot of education of the value of filming those events and making them available online, and, you know, continuing the growth of the event and the reach of the event. But also, yeah, you know, we do have competition like everyone, and also, you know, being able to market ourselves and show that, you know, we're always advancing with the technology we have. We're always, you know, using new equipment. We're always trying new techniques and trying to push the boundaries of things. So it's a bit of both, really. It's staying above the competition with our marketing, but also continuing to educate the people who maybe didn't realise the benefits of webcasting their event, and getting that out to the end users as well. Yeah, we do quite a bit of work with some clients who use our services to produce kind of live product demonstrations as well. So they're able to leverage that, and obviously it works really well for them. The power of the video, especially when you're demonstrating a new product or a new service, it's to be able to demonstrate that live and people to comment and ask questions, similar to what we're doing now. It's really powerful. We do some work on there. We do. It's not something that's fully my forte, I must say. But we do use, if we host on YouTube or anything like that, we do put some optimization on there for the keywords, just so they can, help get their product seen. But obviously, also explain to them the benefits of promoting those videos on as many platforms as they can. Tweet about them. Look at putting them on Facebook and all that kind of thing, just to leverage that video and get the most they can for it. I think basically digital and the world, the fact that the world is turning so digital it's something we've all got to embrace. I think, it's more and more important to have a digital presence. It's more important to create digital content from your events, and people are expecting that. One of the services we offer is a real quick turnaround on video. So literally, we can film an event and have it online, 2 or 3 minutes after the event finishes. And that is something that is so important, because gone are the days where you could have an event and film it and then put it online, 6 months down the line. People want to watch it there and then, and that's what people expect. And I think that is the advantage of digital, but one of the challenges of digital. People expect the information there and then, and they expect to interact with it, and they expect to go on their phone or their computer and find out about something straight away. And I think that is something that we need to embrace and keep moving forward in the event industry. We are currently doing an update version on our video platform. So we're introducing some new features on there, and we are just continuing to do more and more events. There's some very exciting technological breakthroughs at the moment, enabling us to bring in more cameras, more content from iPads, all sorts of different sources, and just basically continue to build our TV style broadcast, shall we say, offering the clients the best we very can do.
Darren, thank you so much. That's actually been quite a lot of interesting info from your side. I really appreciate you taking out your time. I'm sure you're quite busy. Thanks for joining us. And if anyone out there has got questions, even when we're done with the video, you're welcome to pop them in the comment section. We will get either ourselves or Darren to reply to any queries. I'm sure you would welcome them, Darren.
Absolutely.
Sure.